This place got a new face, killing Joe's face. Got a Joe thing, chilling in a new fade. Blue space in a new place, what did he say? He done tic-tac, feeling like a true play. Step back and I never say no. I was winning over there, now I'm running out of flow. Got a feeling in the air, but I'm feeling kinda low. Got a ceiling over here, and I think it's gonna blow. Hey, this place got a new face, killing Joe's face.
What y'all watching? What's going on? We got another video. So, I'm Aquarian OG, and you should get to know me. Because we be chilling. Welcome to Chillington. I'm trying to get this wire to do what I want it to do. Do what I want you to do, wire. Headphones kind of died a little bit, so I need some power. The power. Today, I was looking at my list and I see we got a lot of requests, repeated requests for Denmark. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come visit you. Denmark, how do you do? We're going to look and see, is Denmark the best country in the world? I hear a lot of good things about Denmark. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Denmark. What y'all be eating up in Denmark? What's a good food up there to dive into some Denmark cuisine as an American? You know, with the stuff that we can get over here. If it's different than what you're using over there. What's a good, like something savory and something sweet. Hell yeah. Like and sub if you haven't already, because it really helps. I'm trying to grow this channel so I can help others grow. Because I want a whole crew of growing, successful, you know, I want a YouTube posse. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, when you come up with a group of people or help a group of people or you grow with people, it just makes it so much more better. That's how you stop from being lonely in the world. You grow with people that you connect with, you know, or whatever the case may be, you know. All right, let's go. Is Denmark the best country in the world? I don't know. Let's take a look.
Recognized by the UN with literally millions of different variables, how on earth can you definitively select a single country to be subjectively the best in the world?
I know, I want to know.
Best country in the world for X and best country for Y, there are a few select countries which you will see keep reappearing. It tends to be wealthy, peaceful, politically stable countries with high quality of life, usually in Europe.
Yo, Denmark. Y'all got it going on.
The United States could be considered the greatest country in the world, as it is the...
I wish we would stop saying that shit. That is hardly the truth. And I don't even think it's the richest. I just think it's the most it's because it's a capitalist country. It's built on money. But I don't think that makes it the richest, because it ain't going nowhere but to the rich.
Richest in terms of economy size, has the most powerful military, and is home to most of the world's most successful, powerful, and wealthy companies. The US's influence on the world is like nothing we have seen before in modern times. However, it does fall short in so many different areas. Being a country of this magnitude and population has many drawbacks. The US ranks poorly in terms of peacefulness, crime, average life expectancy, obesity rates, healthcare, cleanliness, and overall quality of life. When looking at characteristics that determine if a country is great or not, there is one country who often ranks.
Check that out. That's awesome. I gotta pause. I gotta take a look. That's pretty awesome. That's badass. See, I want to get out and see stuff like this. Doing this YouTube, I'm going to be able to get out and see stuff like this eventually. That's my plan anyway. Be able to take extensive footage. Like I'll be able to go into the grocery store and, hey, this is, you know, heck, this is the camera. old school. We used to the big ass cameras. When now you can just do like this. That's how you could tell people's age is how they hold a camera.
In the top 10, 5, and even number 1, Denmark. The Kingdom of Denmark is bordered by the Baltic and North Seas in northern Europe. It comprises the Jutland Peninsula and close to 400 islands.
400 islands, damn. Robbie Haven, Robbie Haven, Rodby. You pull a muscle in your tongue trying to say that too quick.
80 of which are populated. Denmark is connected to its neighbor.
Nope. I ain't too big on big ass bridges. That bridge is way too big for me to be. Nope. I do not like big ass bridges like that. Not the Golden Gate. Not this one. Not that big one in Japan. Not the one in New Orleans, even though I had to be on it. Man, you talk about somebody not liking that ride. And the one in Louisiana? Nope.
Neighbor, Sweden, by the Öresund Bridge, and the two countries share many cultural and historical elements, as well as having a very similar language. Denmark has a population of around 5.6 million, and the capital is Copenhagen, situated on Zealand.
Look at that. That's a great looking city. Man, I want to go there and look around. What are those tents? Are those street markets? Dude, that's exactly where I want to be. I want to see what's under those tents. What y'all doing? What you eating? What you watching? You could, like cell phones and stuff. Dude, that's a nice looking town. Is that Copenhagen? I want to go to Copenhagen. Only thing I know about Copenhagen is tobacco. You know, the brand here. Was it still called snuff? The chewing tobacco?
It is the most densely populated part of the country, with over 1.3 million inhabitants. Denmark is a constitutional monarchy, and the current head of state is Queen Margaret II. Denmark is also a member state of the European Union, but opted out of the euro in favour of its
interesting looking money. I kind of like y'all's money better than ours, because y'all got color to yours. We got drab ass military green. That tell you something. Our money is military green. Literally.
Its own currency. Its national flag is the oldest in the world, still in use. At just 43,000 kilometers, Denmark is a very small country. In fact, it is the 130th largest in the world. However, if you include the entire Kingdom of Denmark, which includes Greenland and the Faroe Islands, then it would be the 12th largest. So what exactly makes Denmark so great? And could it actually be crowned the...
That's a ski slope right there, I'm guessing. Like a man-made ski slope or some type? I would imagine.
Best country in the world? Well, first of all, the lifestyle in Denmark is very human-orientated.
It looks like it.
Emphasis on
Looks
culture,
great.
education, and social programs. All of these factors contribute to a very high standard of living in Denmark. So let's hop over to numbeo.com, which is a crowdsourced global database website. On this website, there are many different rankings and
Denmark,
indexes
y'all got it going
which
on.
can help us to see which countries are the best and worst to live in. So in the traffic index, for example, the lower you score, the better. This particular index takes 3 different variables into account, and Denmark ranks as the 4th best in the world. In the pollution index, which takes into account things like air and water quality, noise and light pollution, and green space quality, Denmark ranks 7th. So not the best in the world, but sitting comfortably in the top 10. And considering they are competing against 194 other countries, it is in fact a very impressive result. For the healthcare index, Denmark ranks as having the 5th best in the world, only behind Taiwan, a special
is number 1
region of China,
South
Korea,
Taiwan,
Japan, and France. And finally, Numbeo ranks Denmark as having the 2nd highest quality of life in the world, only behind Switzerland. Which
I mean, y'all are all like right there neck and neck.
Country on earth, in my opinion.
Hold on, let's go back to that architecture for a second. Right here. Look at that. That's awesome. Look how clean that water looks.
Is another contender for the best country on earth, in my opinion. In a recent video, we detailed the most and least corrupt nations on Earth via an index which was created by Transparency.org. Every year, this organization ranks every nation on Earth based on
wow, Russia's that red and United States is orange? Somebody lying.
Zealand, ranked as the least corrupt countries on the planet.
That map right there was made by an American. It should be just as crimson as Russia.
Year for the last decade, Denmark has ranked as either the least or second least corrupt nation on Earth, and in 1999 achieved a perfect score of
Damn, go ahead, damn,
when
Denmark.
When it comes to the Global Peace Index for 2021, Denmark ranks as the third highest in the world, only behind New Zealand and Iceland, two very neutral, secluded countries. Denmark is surrounded by many other countries and pretty much in between the UK and Russia, meaning if there ever was a war, and fingers crossed there isn't, Denmark would be slap bang in the middle. As Denmark is part of NATO, this means they could get involved,
dust off that
thus
tank.
the reason why they do not rank as number one. Denmark is a relatively wealthy nation. With a population of less than 6 million, of course it can't compete with
That building looks like a Monopoly piece. It don't even look real. Is that real? Yeah, I know it's real, but I'm just saying. In the back of your mind, you're like, is that real?
the likes of France, Germany or the UK, but it does stand its ground very well, ranking as the 35th largest economy in the world, above the likes of Egypt and the Philippines, whose populations are roughly 18 times larger and much bigger in terms of country size. If we were to divide their GDP by their population, then we would get their GDP per capita, which comes in at around $68,000 US, the 7th highest in the world. To no surprise, Denmark ranks as having the 5th highest average salary in the world, only behind Luxembourg, Iceland, Switzerland and the US respectively. Speaking of salaries and careers, which
making money in the US
is having the best work-to-life balance? Yep, you guessed it, Denmark. The key indicators used were share of employees working longer than
Norway,
50
of course,
hours per week, time devoted to leisure, and comparing the scores with respect to gender. Now, although Denmark has the best work-life balance in the world, they still managed to rank in the top 10 for best countries for doing business, ranking in 7th place, putting them above the likes of Switzerland,
Australia. Hey, I see you, Australia.
Additionally, they just make the top 10 for best countries in the world for startups. Being startup friendly,
yeah, United States is good for startups.
Competition and improves human ingenuity.
Do have to get old US that.
Advance the human race, especially when startups revolve around fighting climate change and using green energy. A recent study by Yale University investigated 180 countries around the world to see
it's got some nice scenery in it.
Air quality. The index reflects the state of
Speaking
nature,
of scenery,
biodiversity, combating climate change, public health, and the effects of the economy on the environment. Denmark, with a score of 82.5 out of 100, ranked as being the best in the world, placing them above Luxembourg, Switzerland, the UK and France respectively. So far Denmark is ranking extremely high and even winning very important rankings when it comes to analysing just how great a country is. So it comes to absolutely no surprise that the Danes rank as being the second happiest on earth, only behind Finland. Now, this index doesn't mean that people literally
behind Finland, that's saying something,
on their faces all day and do not have problems of their own, but it does factor in many different variables that contribute to a happy, healthy, worry-free life and community. Another list where Denmark features in the top 10 is their education system, ranking as the 8th best in the world. Another interesting index is the Good Country Index. Now, what exactly is the Good Country Index? The Good Country Index measures what countries contribute to the world outside their own borders, and
street
what
food
they take away as well. It's their balance sheet towards humanity and the planet. Denmark just misses out on the top spot, only placing behind their neighbours,
Sweden.
Now, this next one took us by
also
surprise
impressive
when looking at their HDI ranking, which is the Human Development Index, which takes into account things like...
Let's take a look at this scene right here real quick. There's a lot going on right there. Denmark got some. Y'all got some. It looks great over there. Y'all got some nice scenes over here. All right.
Index, which takes into account things like life expectancy, expected years of schooling, mean of years of schooling for education, and gross national income per capita for standard of living. Denmark ranks as number 10, which of course is a fantastic result, but when looking at all of the indexes we've already analysed, we were expecting them to easily make the top 5. It is worth noting, however, Denmark has dropped 6 places over the last few years.
Damn.
Now, this might not be the fact that
6.
Denmark is becoming a worse country, but possibly due to other countries improving at a faster pace, and therefore eclipsing the Danes. Now, of course,
That makes
Denmark,
sense.
just like any other country in the world, is not perfect. For example, they score very poorly when it comes to climate, not too great for the crime index and life expectancy compared to other nations. Although Denmark doesn't have a particularly bad climate,
You know, scenes like this scare me. Tall ass windmills up like, and I don't even know if it's a height trigger. But like scenes like this, where you got those big ass windmills like in water, I don't know what it is, but I find it scary. It's just scary. Like, look at the size of those things and the mist and all that stuff with the sailboats. It's just intimidating. I know that's.
and experiences little to no extreme weather compared to other countries in Europe like
I gotta stop and look at this. That is so badass. Look like sugar cubes down there. Look at the cinder blocks. That is so badass.
Spain
Man.
and Portugal, it falls extremely short. Denmark rank as having the 32nd highest average life expectancy in the world. Again, not too bad, but considering they are a very well developed country who top many quality of life indexes, you would expect this to be much higher. But
Yeah.
overall, Denmark does score impressively in so many different categories. It may not be perfect, but it certainly ranks as one of, if not the best countries in the world to live in. If any of our viewers are from Denmark, then please let us know what it is.
We got a
actually
few
like.
people here from
Thank
Denmark.
you so much for watching this video, and we will see you very soon in the next one.
That's a pretty cool picture. Is that Italy? Yeah, that's Italy. The boot. Yo, Denmark, y'all got it going on out there. And my heater got it going on too. Why is you so loud? Yeah, man. All right, we're gonna go and see what else is next for countries. I think it's New Zealand. Yeah, pretty sure New Zealand is the one that's right up next. All right, I'm a Korean OG. Thanks for chilling with me. And I am OUT. Like and sub if you haven't. If I didn't say that already. If I did, then I said it again. So make sure you did it. I'm OUT. Deuces on the flips, y'all.
Cheese special. Cheese special. Cheese special.